look at the weather. Lots of blue sky today, but lots of gusty winds too.
Yes, certainly gusty today. That's the story for today. So yesterday we had the thunderstorms later in the day. Today we don't have to deal with that, but we've certainly had gusts over 60 kilometers per hour. But we had some sun, clouding over a little bit right now, but this is the evening. We're looking at gusty at times, up to about 60 kilometers per hour right now. Registering at the airport, a 65 kilometer per hour gust is 20 degrees.
Had that big thunderstorm at about this time last night. We still could do with more rain because it is so dry.
Yeah, lots more. We need that significant longer term rainfall.
Yeah.
And really, that's what's headed for us for Father's Day weekend. So great for the most part. Not great if you had tea times booked for Sunday. We'll talk about that. Here's your Capital Chev sky cam. This way, you can see a lot of blue. If you look the other way, you see a lot more cloud cover. So clouds have been increasing throughout the afternoon hours. And the wind gusts, whoop, it's a gusty one today. And yes, of course, when you look at the fire danger risk and these gusty conditions for the rest of this week, it's certainly something to pay attention to. 14 right now in Banff, 18 in Calgary. Our daytime high was 20 degrees just a moment ago. And then we are at 23 for Lethbridge and Brooks, 24 for Medicine Hat. So overall, a day that's pretty close to normal for most communities with regards to temperatures, give or take a couple of degrees. This is a look at the maximum wind gust. So the peak gust today in Calgary, 65 kilometers per hour. We just had one like that a couple moments ago at the airport, and now we're at that again at this point, and we had that earlier today. So certainly a gusty day in Calgary, but we did get the sun and we got temperatures in the 20s. So nice overall if you can handle the winds. Pincher Creek, the peak gust was in the 60s, in the 50s for Lethbridge and Medicine Hat, into the 70s for Red Deer. It should be a little tamer for southern Alberta for tomorrow, especially for Calgary. We have the spin of the low right here, and that's producing that instability for central Alberta. But for us in the south, we are pretty stable. So we're getting just a couple of showers around Hanna, Oyen, Coronation, Youngstown, as you can see if I step out of the way here. Really even some pockets of some very, very light rain closer to Trans-Canada around Brooks area and Dutchess. So that's what's happening there, and that can continue with these pockets on and off throughout the evening hours with that system just to the north. But for us in Calgary, you can see how it dies out before it gets here. We're looking pretty dry for now in Calgary and for areas to the south of Calgary. And I'm just going to play this through the evening hours, and you can see what we're looking at. We'll have some clouds filter in again through the evening hours, but it should be dry for Calgary and south. And then this is a shot at tomorrow morning. So lots of sunshine. Again, along Highway 2, QE2, and off to much of the east, we're looking at a good amount of sunshine for tomorrow for much of the day. Winds will be a little tamer tomorrow as well. Looking at that Capital Chev 5-day forecast, gusts 30 to 40 kilometers per hour for tomorrow, so better than the 60 and 65 that we have today. Similar temperatures with a high of 22. Then we get even warmer for Friday. Gusts out of the southwest, 40 to 50 kilometers per hour. So the winds will start to pick up a little bit on Friday. The temperature will climb a little bit as well. And then that system really does make its way in for the weekend. So just a high of 16 for Saturday, 11 for Sunday. And we're looking at gusts around 40 kilometers per hour. And that will be a cool wind out of the northwest. If you recall last weekend, this one will be similar, just with more rainfall.
But breezy evening in Calgary. Let's check in with Danielle. How is our night ahead looking?
Yeah, well, you know what? When we look at the maximum wind gust today of 65 kilometers per hour, and that actually occurred just over half an hour ago, we have the potential for these winds, these gusts continuing on and off through the evening hours. So it's beautiful out here right now. Lots of sunshine. We had a daytime high of 20. We're now at 17 degrees. But yes, it will be gusty at times for the evening hours, and then it will quiet down in the overnight hours and for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, lots of sunshine, a high of 22. The gusts should be a lot calmer, just up to 40 kilometers per hour tomorrow.
Every little bit of rain, of course, is going to help Danielle with that fire risk, and we'll get it this weekend.
We will get it this weekend. Father's Day weekend will be similar to the last weekend. I'm not sure if you remember last weekend. It was chilly, it was windy, it was cloudy, except for this weekend, especially in Calgary, we're looking at a good amount of rain, 20 plus millimeters on the way for us. All right, 17 degrees right now in Calgary. We got up to 20 degrees for today, and 20 in through Lethbridge, 23 in Medicine Hat, 22 in Milk River, 13 in Banff. So most communities pretty much right where we should be temperature-wise. We had a good amount of sunshine today as well, especially in much of southern Alberta. But it was gusty out there, very gusty. Peak gust earlier today in Calgary, a couple of times, up to 65 kilometers per hour. In fact, one of those gusts was just recently, just less than an hour ago at the airport. Over 60 in Pincher Creek, over 70 in Red Deer, and into the 50s for Lethbridge and Medicine Hat. So a very gusty day today. Calgary and South will be tamer tomorrow, but still gusty, just not as gusty. So we'll go from 65 kilometer per hour gusts in Calgary to 40 kilometer per hour gusts for tomorrow. It's all because of the spin of the system, as you can see right here. We're looking at quiet conditions, though. You saw the thunderstorms and how dark the clouds got so fast yesterday as they blew through Calgary. We're not looking at any of that activity for today. Today, really the only thing to talk about is the wind. So gusts 40 to 50, even 60 kilometers per hour for the next couple of hours until things quiet down for the evening. But as you look at this, we're really looking at quiet weather otherwise, and we'll have some cloud cover here and there, but we've had a really nice day today other than the wind. As we fast forward through the evening, nothing really to talk about other than the wind. Tomorrow, a beautiful day tomorrow. Lots of sunshine expected for the day, and stable even later in the day as well, and the winds calmer than today. So when you look at your Capital Chef 5-day forecast, 30 to 40 kilometer per hour gusts and a high of 22, even warmer for Friday, but it'll be a little gustier up to 50, and more cloud cover will start to roll in. Then the system kicks in for the weekend, dropping temperatures into the teens for Saturday, just 11 for Sunday. It will be gusty and it will be rainy, so 5 to 10 millimeters of rain possible on Saturday, and another 10 to 15 millimeters likely on Sunday, with just a high of 11. Tara?
Thank you, Danielle.
Ooh, beautiful Capital Chef Skywatch camera. It's been a beautiful day. However, yes, gusty. We certainly had some wind gusts over 60 kilometers per hour in Calgary throughout the day today. And we're looking at that for another couple of hours as a possibility until things quiet down. And tomorrow will be quieter. Tomorrow will be brighter, and tomorrow will be even a little bit warmer. Currently, we are sitting at 17 degrees. Today's high, 20. Normal, 20. Bang on where we should be for this time of year, and of course nowhere near breaking the record of 31.1. Check out gusts again. We talked about this earlier, into the 60s for Calgary, Pincher Creek into the 50s for Lethbridge and Medicine Hat, 72 kilometers per hour in Red Deer. So absolutely a gusty day today. We're looking at gusty conditions for the next couple of hours before things quiet down. We're getting the gusts on the edge of the system. So while to the north of us they're dealing with rainfall and some thunderstorms, we're getting the winds from this. And we're not looking at getting any of the rainfall from this system anyway. So that's why tomorrow we're looking at a lot of sunshine. Now, it will be mostly cloudy for Salmon Arm, Kelowna, and Kamloops. Temperatures in Kamloops close to 30. Edmonton will get some sunshine, and south. So Red Deer, Rocky Mountain House, Olds, and through Calgary, Drumheller, High River. Coronation, though, may still catch the edge of the cloud cover for tomorrow, and a bit windy in Coronation as well for tomorrow. But for Calgary and south, we're looking at wind gusts anywhere from 30 to 40 kilometers per hour tomorrow, so a lot tamer tomorrow. Temperatures a little warmer, mid-20s for Lethbridge and for Medicine Hat. All right, looking at that Capital Chev 7-day trend for the next little bit, we're in the 20s. So Thursday and Friday in the 20s, but by Saturday just 16, Sunday just 11, and that does come with rainfall, which could be quite heavy at times. About 20 millimeters or even more expected for this Father's Day weekend. Tara?
Thank you, Danielle.